Richard Burr will face Monday a censure vote from North Carolina's Republican Party after he joined 6 other Republicans on Saturday in voting in favor of convicting Donald Trump for inciting and insurrection. The move by Burr's home state GOP is the latest in fallout for the 7 Republican senators dubbed Republicans in name only or RINOs. The vote to formally express disapproval of Burr is expected to pass swiftly with overwhelming support for censoring him. "I am voting yes because he failed his state and his constituents by voting to convict former President Trump in what was an unconstitutional trial. A trial that even he said was unconstitutional," North Carolina's RNC committeewoman Kyshia Lineberger told CNN. "At the end of the day, America is a republic where we the people elect represent. Senator Burr did not represent the will of the people, and that is a shame." North Carolina's GOP chairman Michael Whatley called Burr's decision shocking and disappointing in a statement. Burr, however, had nothing to lose in his vote against Trump, as he already announced in 2016 that he will not seek re-election in 2020. Rumors have swirled that the former president's daughter-in-law Lara Trump is considering the run for his seat in her home state. Fellow dissenter Republican Senator Bill Cassidy was also censured by the GOP in his home state of Louisiana. Republicans are turning en masse on the 7 GOP senators who chose to convict Donald Trump during his second impeachment trial on Saturday. Those who voted to convict with the 50 Democrats include Republican Senators Burr, Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Susan Collins of Maine, Murkowski of Alaska, Mitt Romney of Utah, Ben Sasse of Nebraska, and Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. Of the 7, Burr was the biggest surprise, as he was the only one of them all who voted last Tuesday that it was unconstitutional for the Senate to move forward with its impeachment trial against an ex-president. "I have listened to the arguments presented by both sides and considered the facts. The facts are clear," Burr said in a statement Saturday after casting his guilt. The president promoted unfounded conspiracy theories to cast doubt on the integrity of a free and fair election because he did not like the results. He continued. As Congress met to certify the election results, the president directed his supporters to go to the Capitol to disrupt the lawful proceedings required by the Constitution. When the crowd became violent, the president used his office to first inflame the situation instead of immediately calling for an end to these. Trump was ultimately acquitted 57-43. With Democrats falling 10 votes short of the 67 needed to convict the former president of inciting insurrection before the January 6 siege of the U.S. Capitol.A. 2/3 vote was required to successfully convict. While 43 Republican senators chose to support the former president, 7 ultimately agreed that Trump violated his oath of office by stirring MAGA fans into a frenzy before they took part in the siege of the Capitol. Cassidy was one of the GOP senators who broke ranks with his party, declaring, "Our Constitution and our country is more important than anyone. I voted to convict President Trump because he is guilty." However, he has been quickly rebuked by GOP officials in Louisiana for his scathing assessment. The group released a statement on Twitter which read, "We condemn, in the strongest possible terms, the vote today by Cassidy to convict former President Trump. Fortunately, clearer heads prevailed and President Trump has been acquitted of the impeachment charge filed." The term RINO is often used by the far-right sects of the GOP to describe those they perceive as not real conservative commentator and staunch Trump supporter Brigitte Gabriel trolled Romney and Murkowski. "RTFU wanted Sarah Palin to primary Lisa Murkowski," she wrote, referring to the former vice presidential nominee, who also hails from Alaska. She then wrote, "Mitt Romney should be required to #leave the GOP." Gabriel also tweeted directly at the Utah senator stating, "We are counting down the days until you lose your." Others also lashed out at Romney, with one writing, "You should really think of becoming a Democrat. You're disloyal, have no integrity, have no honor or sense of loyalty, just like a You're a traitor." RINO! Other described him as a piece of garbage and wished him a swift trip to hell. Maine Senator Susan Collins was also not immune from criticism. She was described as a Satanist traitor who needed to be pushed to. Collins, Murkowski and Romney are all moderates who were frequently seen as the 3 Republican senators most likely to clash with President. However, of the 3, only Romney voted to convict Trump during his first impeachment trial.